Going on, everyone? I'm back. This is gonna be a very, very, very weird and different approach to the channel. I'm still into snakes, don't worry about that, but obviously a lot's changed. I've basically been lucky enough. I'm actually going to roll a ciggy while I chat away, and then we'll get down to some snakes. But I've actually been blessed with a dream. Honestly, I never thought it would happen, and when it started, I didn't think it would go anywhere really. Take these off, I look a bit of a nerd. But yeah, basically, obviously, I have started up a rescue, and it has just gone insane. I've gone from the type of person that would see a pretty snake in a reptile shop, and then be willing to hand their money over. And since I have been doing this, we have none that are available at the moment, as I've only just started the rescue. I do it all myself. We've got Berms, Boas, Corns, Royals, we've got everything. There's 9 snakes here at the moment, with another one on the way in the next week or so. I have been called out to some emergencies that are quite sad. To a boa dumped in a cardboard box Christmas time and dumped on a stranger's doorstep who had no idea what to do with it. So obviously I got the call, can you come out get it? Obviously I couldn't leave it. He had the Jack Russell, that would have been breakfast. But basically, I had a bit of a distorted outlook on the reptile hobby and the rescue idea, and who wants an old snake, and you want to grow them from baby and blah de blah de blah. Well, you can do that if you are willing to put the time in with a rescue adult, accustom it to you, get it used to its surroundings, hibernate it and breed it. But just don't make sure that, well, do make sure that they actually do end up in homes. And half of these enclosures I am going to show you, ideally they aren't big enough, but at the same time you got to remember I'm a rescue. I run the rescue from home. I will be building vivariums and racks and stuff, but right now I am living in a bed sit. I'm not funded by anyone but my own back pocket. So we are moving out of city to the countryside, and the rescue will continue there. But yeah, these snakes, they're kept right temperatures, humidity. Obviously, if you know your snakes, they don't move around a lot. A lot of them are out most of the day. I do like a bit of a timetable where they can all have like enrichment, be out of the viv for an hour or two. Obviously, depending on the size of them. But yeah, we'll get down to some snakes then, and I'll give you a talk and a bit on their history. So, well, first of all, we've got King Brucey. He is the largest snake we currently have. There he is, hissing. He gets very agitated at himself sometimes. Yeah, he came to us due to obviously outgrown the owner. He loves being out. I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm about to do. It's very stupid, but I do know this snake. This snake has been with me for a while now. And when he does all this, you'll see for yourself. He likes to lets himself out, and you basically just leave him to it, and he'll bring himself out if he wants to come out. He clearly tells me when he wants to come out again. Viv is a 6-footer. This box is like a, obviously it needs filling, but that's like a pool for him where he can sit, as Burms really do like water. But I just want you to see this, guys. The sheer size of him. I think he'd outgrow quite a lot of people. Unless they're experienced with Burms, obviously. If you've got a few, you know how big these get. Females can easily reach 18 foot. Males more on the average of around 15. Now, Bruce here, he can be a bit boisterous when he first comes out, but he's never like gone for me or anything like that. He's friendly. He will come out for us, like. But yeah, again, guys, do not get a Burmese python out on your own. I've just got no one here to help me at the moment. But yeah, as you see, here he is, guys. Let me go ultra wide angle with him. Yeah, here he is. He's no idea on age or anything like that. All I know is that he's a male. He came, obviously, outgrew his owners, and obviously they was expecting another baby, as you can imagine. Baby inside a berm, fit nice. Sorry about the mess, guys. I haven't vaxed or anything yet. Yeah, as you can see, there's no threat to me. He's lovely as anything. He's just like having another dog. Don't go all in all the wires, mate. Okay, let me just see. This is the only thing he likes to go in places that are tight and dark, but they're tight and dark for a reason, so that he don't go to them, and it has the opposite effect. I'm gonna pick him up now, just so you can see how big he is compared to me. I'm 5'9", and I weigh, well, I'm type 1 diabetic, so I have a rough time with that. So I weigh about 60 kilo. This guy is about 15 kilo. You're literally going to see how big he is now. Don't think the camera does it justice. So I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, guys, here's King Brucey. As you can see, he's a very large snake. I will not put this snake around my neck. He could crush me easily. If anyone from the States, well, you should know about these, especially in Florida. They've took over the wildlife in Florida, and they're slowly just killing it off, because they just eat anything, down to small crocodiles to small alligators. If they can fit it in their mouth, they will. Now, believe it or not, he could actually stretch his mouth around me and swallow me whole. I'd fit in as well. But he's not about that life. He's pretty chill. He knows humans aren't a threat. He can get a bit grumpy sometimes, but we just leave him alone when he's grumpy, as it's not worth the risk. But he's just absolutely massive. But yeah, this is Bruce anyway. If you would like me to do a more in-depth video on Bruce, which I'm pretty sure some of you would, keep you updated, whatnot. Bruce is staying with us along with the boa that I'm about to show you. I think with the giant snakes, I like giant snakes as it is, so I tend to rehome them myself. But if we get any like baby boas or stuff like that, I genuinely think with the bigger ones like this, people tend to bite off a lot more than they can actually chew. Oh, a big 12-foot Burmese python, let's go and adopt it. And then within a week later, it's like, can you have it back? I can't handle it. And it's like, it's a waste of time. So I'll stick to the big snakes. He won't be being bred. He's gonna be like a mascot. Hopefully in the summer we'll get out and about with him. I have got hoodies coming with my rescue on, which can be ordered if you would like one. But yeah, so I'm gonna put Big Brucey away because he's actually hurting my shoulder now. I have got 15 kilos supported on my shoulder, and my hand. That's all. So I'm gonna let him go back in his viv, and we will get Olivia out next. And here's Olivia. She's quite clingy. Again, she's very, very, very tame to the point of I can do that and she won't even move. She is such a lovely snake. I will get her out in a sec. I could probably do it with one hand, but when you buy a baby boa, guys, this is what you're putting yourself in for. Yes, they're a beginner big snake, but Olivia clearly outgrew someone who thought it was acceptable to dump her on a stranger's doorstep, not knowing if they were scared of snakes, and just leave her. Basically, she was abandoned. She's a big girl. I'm going to get her out now, one sec. But yeah, guys, that did take 2 hands. As you can see, she holds me, so brilliant. But ideally, I do want her to let go so I can put her over my shoulder just to support her weight that little bit extra, and hopefully she does calm down a bit. She does get a bit wriggly, but she's very, very docile. She was one of the first rescues that I was called out to. She was the first emergency that I got called out to anyway. This was literally a last minute drop everything. We was literally about to have dinner. We had to drop dinner just to go and get her because she was in a bit of danger of being put back in a cardboard box and dumped in the park due to people being scared, not understanding, not knowing how to look after her. But as you can see, she's beautiful and she wouldn't hurt anyone. I honestly don't know why she was thrown out, especially at Christmas, unless it was for a new snake, I don't know. But she didn't come with a vivarium or anything. Obviously she's in a 4-footer, she's going to need at least a 6. I already know that. I don't need dickheads telling me in the comments. That is a work in progress. As soon as we move, we're going to be building racks for colubrids and royals, and then obviously larger boas, sperms and carpet pythons will be in the vivariums. But yeah, as you can see, she's been looked after. She's got a few scars on her, so I think she was actually live fed, which I had no idea about when I first got her. You can't really see them now. She's healing. There is a little bit of a mark there where there was a bit of a wound. We just treated that with Tamidine, and yeah, it's healing nicely. The next couple of sheds, I'd say that'll be gone. Not as big as Bruce, but she's the second largest snake that we have rescued. So, without further ado, let's move on. Right guys, this is going to be the last snake in this video because I do have work I need to be getting done with them. Well, this one was going to be a purchase but turned into a big rescue operation. She was being kept along with around 15 others, not just royals but carpet pythons, false water cobras, Burmese pythons, just on no heating whatsoever, in just freezing cold puddles of water. Now this snake is very lucky that I got to her when I did, because obviously I knew she would have had RI due to the cold and the wet. RI, respiratory infection. It's basically, she had the flu, but obviously to snakes it is lethal. I'm just praying and hoping it doesn't come back, because I had to inject this snake every day for 3 weeks, which obviously wasn't nice, but I knew it was to help her. But yeah, she's back to full health now. Let me just spin this. There we go. She is back to full health now. And obviously she's looking a bit shitty at the moment, because, well, she ain't looking shit. She's beautiful as usual, but she's very dull. She's not as bronze as she usually is due to her being in blue. That's why her eyes are cloudy. She's going to shed her skin very soon. I'll be giving her a bath. But there is plenty more snakes that I do have here that will be shown at some point. I just think that this video is long enough as it is, so I don't want to bore anyone, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But I just honestly, I do want people to realise when they go into a pet shop and they buy, I mean, these guys as babies, you're looking 2 foot and they're so pretty as babies, and colours like pop out at you, and people just impulse buy them, not knowing anything about them, and this is honestly what you end up with. And they can get up to easily get up to 6 foot within a year, depending on how you feed them. And people who don't know them will probably feed them once a week. This guy has a large rabbit every 4 weeks. He's not long had a feed, and he's nearly freshly shed. He shed about a week ago, so he's doing really well. He's growing, putting weight on. As you can see, he wants to come back out, which I'll let him out. I might as well let him out. He just does a free roam basically. They can cause some damage if they do bite, but generally they are docile. It is honestly just the sheer size of them that they are dumped. They end up in zoos, end up in local parks. People even put them in rivers. It's too cold, man. Don't be doing that. It's way too cold to be doing that, man. Like, you will just kill it. You think you're doing a good thing, you're not. You are basically putting that snake into a freezer. This time of year in the UK, I mean, it's minus temperatures, so it's below freezing. As it was when I got the boa. Luckily she was in someone's living room when I got there. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. And all I'm going to say is, watch out for the next video. Like and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions. I'll get back to you. Peace.